welcome in. Happy National Signing Day, Sipple. December 15th, there's like a tornado warning outside or something, severe thunderstorm warning. It's 70 degrees. It's a really bizarre December, not just weather-wise, but on the beat.
Yeah.
It's been an active few weeks for Nebraska football. We're going to do a 2-minute drill first today and talk about the new coaching staff. We talked with the 3 new coaches that we know of so far. Mm-hmm. Scott Frost also addressed – he said he thinks he's really close to figuring out what to do with the last spot.
Yeah.
Didn't really give a hint as to what that will be, just said that both running back and special teams will be well coached. What did you make? So we had some roundtable time. We heard Scott talk a little bit about his new staffers. Like, what jumped out to you right away about this new group?
Well, I was locked in pretty hard on Mickey Joseph, the new receivers coach, passing game coordinator, associate head coach. He's very, very eloquent, and he made it very clear how important it is for him to be here. That he watched Nebraska's games this year, almost kind of like felt a pull to be here. And so it's interesting. He said he had, he considered one other place, and then after he took the Nebraska job, another place came. But he said, this is his alma mater. This is Mickey Joseph's alma mater. So he said it's important for him to be here. He was very convincing in that.
It's interesting. I've spent most of the time at Mark Whipple's table, and he and Frost, they go back quite a ways. He's like, it's not like we spent a ton of time together in the same room, but he was at UMass when Chip Kelly was at New Hampshire. There's all of these connections style-wise, and he said, as he watched Chip Kelly build what he built, he said, I just watched that system, and I watched the success it had, and I watched the people that coached in it. And he said he just always liked what Scott did. It's different mostly from the way that he's coached offense in the past, but he said, stuff works or it doesn't. There's good ideas and there's not good ideas, and all you want is as many good ideas as you can. So there was a lot of talk about how he coaches quarterbacks, what he wants to do, but by and large, he said he's excited about the sort of putting their heads together and coming up with something that'll work in the Big Ten offensively.
There you go. So we covered Mickey, Joseph, Mark Whipple, and then neither of us sat with Donovan Raiola, who's the new offensive line coach. But we've got a pretty good feel for Donovan, and I talked to Chris Basnet about his interview with Donovan Raiola. One striking thing about Donovan Raiola is he doesn't like to do interviews, and he makes that pretty clear. He's not going to be a guy who races to the media to get his message out. He'll be oriented toward coaching players, not oriented toward schmoozing with me.
I thought it was interesting, Scott talking about Raiola. He said, when the first time they talked was at a high school football game, and he said he didn't really know where his interest level was in terms of Scott's interest in Donnie, as he called him. Mm-hmm. But then as they got together and watched film together, he's really sold in the method with which Raiola wants his guys to play.
Which is aggression, ripping it. That's how...
It's interesting because that's what Scott said all year that he wanted more of from the line last year, right? Mm-hmm. So he walks into an interview with Donovan Raiola and he hears all this stuff. And literally, it's not fake. It's what he talked about all season about what he wanted more from the group in 2021.
Yeah, and Scott said today that not all coaches coach that way. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
So there you go, Parker.
Yeah, there you go. There's a lot more coming, obviously, journalstar.com/Huskers. We'll talk about the recruiting element of it in the 4 downs, wink, wink. There was also that today. It's National Signing Day.
Yeah.
That's the 2-minute drill for Sipple and Parker. Thanks for watching.